NERDSoul.
What up, y'all? This is Keith of Blerd-ish. I will hopefully soon be joined by Mark Dub, but you know how Mark Dub is. He's on Mark Dub time in a Mark Dub world. But today, I wanted to bring this guest back. She's been on through various ways, through panels and all that, but we was like, you know what? After this past weekend, gotta bring her on back to the Blerd podcast. Today, we have Rachel Ann Spring.
Hello. How is everyone? Yes, that's my government name, but you all know me as Gamma Ray Cosplay. Oh no, you're fine. I didn't even think about chasing my what my name is showing as on my phone. But yeah, it's your girl, Gamma Ray Cosplay, lawyer by day, cosplayer by night, straw hat pirate on the weekends, as well. Also, now officially, I guess I can call myself an award-winning cosplayer.
She is an award-winning cosplayer. We wanted to bring her home back. You know, she says she a straw hat over the weekend. Nah, what she is a panelist, award winner, an inspiration to the youth. Multi-hyphenate cosplay diva out here. I saw her this past weekend at the Mid-City Microcon, which I am a planner. I am also a vendor and been doing so for about 5 years now. She was a part of the digital one that we had because of COVID. She couldn't come down that year. Last year, we did not handle our business to get her in early enough, but she was still competing for the Crunchyroll Cup. So this year, look, everybody's a little bit less of COVID. She made her. I saw her earlier this year. She made a triumphant return in her hometown, Jackson. She was like, for us, she was like Rocky. She was like Rocky Four. She's like, I'm getting back out there. She's chopping, she's punching the bag. She's eating protein and fighting people. And to all that, getting back into it, culminated to a win just now. So tell us, what is the Crunchyroll awards, how Crunchyroll does it? Most people, I'm assuming, know what Crunchyroll is, but you can pretty much tell people what Crunchyroll is if they don't know.
Yeah, no problem. So the competition that you're referencing is called the Crunchyroll-Hime Cosplay Cup, and it is the cosplay contest that is held during Crunchyroll Expo. And if people out there, y'all don't know what Crunchyroll is, I assume you're living under a rock. No, I'm just kidding. But no, Crunchyroll it was one of two of the biggest anime streaming services. Now it is literally the biggest anime streaming service in the world because it's had bought out Funimation. And so everything now is one hub.
Funimation bought it. Sony bought it, and they own Funimation.
Yeah.
Not to correct you. So
true.
I'm sorry, I'm a stickler for that. I know you're a lawyer. You ain't got time to worry about that. I'm just let's not forget.
I'll try to keep it simple, but you're right. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No, he definitely hit me with the. Well, actually,
I sure did.
Actually,
we don't treat the big companies as shadow puppets. We call them out, let people know, because people will just. Because the reason why I do that, I don't try to do no actually. I just hate when nerds do actually rumors. Not that you would do. So Mark, you said hello, Mark Dub. White.
Mark. Grand entrance. Told you grand entrance.
So grand entrance.
It was great.
So she's in the midst of telling us why I interrupted her, then you interrupted me, and we interrupted her, and we interrupted we. So she was just what Crunchyroll is and Crunchyroll Cup. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. So yeah, you're right. It's bought out by Sony. It was all under the same umbrella. But essentially, this past weekend they held their Crunchyroll Expo, which is their big comic convention that they hold. And it was about a couple of years ago, I would say at the 2020, pandemic at the height, and everybody's shut in and just like, we can't go nowhere. And all the conventions had to shut down. And because nobody was trying to get sick. So the Crunchyroll Expo decided to go virtual that year just to test it out. And they said, you know, we're going to hold this virtual cosplay contest. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not? I have nothing else to do, can't go nowhere, can't hang out or do nothing. So, you know, submitted and I was picked as a finalist. I didn't win my first year. I was also picked as a competitor for last year, didn't win. So, but I mean, I feel like they saw something in me, so they kept wanting me to compete. But you know, this year I felt like I had finally kind of grown and honed my craft a little bit. So I told myself I'm going to start early. I'm not going to be rushing at the last minute. I wasn't completely at the last minute, but it was a little tight there. But yeah, I took my time. I started really early. I mean, y'all know the crazy year I've had, so it's been a tough year, and this has doing this, making this cosplay. My main focus was like a creative outlet, just a way to heal through everything, mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, it's just been a lot, and it was a awesome opportunity for me to just, you know, have something to just focus all this energy and just everything when my mind is racing into. And, you know, when it came time around to submit, they accepted. They were like finalists. And when the big day finally came, I didn't even, I like blinked and I was like, oh snap, it's finally here. I was like, well, you know, I felt really proud. I mean, I was talking to everybody. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna win, but like, I'm gonna walk away with something. I didn't care what it was, but I was like, I literally put my blood, sweat, tears in this cosplay, and I am proud of it. I don't have any hesitations. There's no like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, or like, oh, I don't like how this came out. Like, I really took my time. I learned different techniques, and I brought the character to life how I wanted her to look. And I created my cosplay of Yamato from One Piece. She's one of the newest characters in this
I was just
current
gonna
art.
ask you about the character. So I guess give us a little bit background about the character Yamato.
Yeah, so Yamato is the spoiler alert if nobody's currently
I am
current on
not
the episode of the One Piece.
You can
I am not.
But she is the daughter of
This is
Kaido.
all the spoiler alert for me.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the
Yeah,
daughter of Kaido.
let me stop you 1 second. Mark said, I get it. Mark, I had took you 6 years to watch Avatar. You are nowhere near ready to start the voyage of the never ending.
Man, it's so intimidating. That 20 years. 20 years.
Everybody complains about there's so many episodes, but then everybody complains when there's not a season 2 of an anime or there's only 12 episodes and they have to wait like a whole year and a half to 2 years to get more episodes.
Because you're right.
I'm like, here's a never-ending binge. Like, who wouldn't want that?
I'm mad right now.
Who want 20 years of continuity to catch up to? Who would want that?
Here's the thing. First of all, I need getting a robot or that crew to come back because thank God I missed their explainer videos. So I cheat. I'm not watching 20 years of anime. I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna watch explainer videos and then I'm gonna watch the last season when it's over. And
I'm gonna start calling Coop Clifford Notella, aka Cliff Notes. Because he will Cliff Notes a whole series. He won't even check the whole series, but he will check the Cliff Notes.
My husband does that. He'll like fast forward.
You didn't read none of them books in college that you were required, did you? But you Cliff Noted the hell out of them, didn't you?
I read my accounting books, and look, you can't read all the accounting books. It in itself is just you are to be a good Cliff Note accountant if you're going to be an accountant. You better learn how to summarize some of that. But anyway, they don't pay you to read books; they pay you to get it done. But
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Jake,
reading is for squares.
Reading whole books is square for me when I'm about to fail.
Lord have mercy.
Look,
I see what y'all like to do. No, I'm kidding.
I would like to be a square, but I was gonna fall off a cliff. I was gonna follow up that perpendicular line. Anyway, back to you, Rachel. So about the character.
Yeah, she's Kaido's daughter, but they call her Kaido's son because during that there's you know, I feel like she's very gender fluid. A lot of people wonder as far as what her gender identity is. I look at it as that it's not that she's trying to really find an identity, whether she's, you know, male or female. I think it's literally the embodiment and identifying with the personality. And that's because she's like, I'm going to be Odin, which is another character during this arc. She wants to take up his mantle, and she was like, Odin was a man, so I guess I'm going to become a man because I'm literally am Odin. I will become the next Odin and so forth. So that's kind of like the one thing that really just drew me to her was just that, you know, she's sheltered, but I mean, super strong and like literally is seeing the world through when she meets Luffy almost and his brother through like a fresh, like new lens. And she's just, I don't know, just excited to really like, all right, I need to get stronger because I'm on with my dad's butt and like literally save this whole island. Like that's, I mean, she's just a total badass. She doesn't care, you know, about what people think or trying to be intimidated by others. Like she literally wants to do the right thing, and even if that causes her to get hurt in the process, she didn't care. And I just feel like she just looks like a freaking badass. I mean, she's like 7'5" and 7'5", like have this weapon. Like she's huge, but she's like beautiful, and it's just like almost elegant, but not intentional. Like she's just, it's like almost effortless.
So that's why
she's totally cool.
A giant open,
kind of like Candace Parker, tall and beautiful,
and will spike on you,
and will dunk on you. Yeah,
and will block the shot.
She'll throw you in the rim.
Oh yeah, Yamato can definitely. I'm sure she's knocking on everybody. Yeah, like she's strong. I would definitely put her up there with, you know, so far I feel like I put up there with definitely like Ace and Luffy. But she's, I mean, I just was drawn to her. I love her interactions with Luffy, love her interactions with, you know, Ace and the other characters, Straw Hat Pirates. Like she's literally not worried about fitting in. She's just worried about doing the right thing and like protecting people. And just looking like, again, like a total badass while doing it. Like so, the whole her whole reveal, I was just like, oh my gosh.
So she is a Straw Hat Pirate. So she is a part of Straw.
No, she's not technically a part of Straw Hat Pirates, but she's essentially they've joined forces to fight against the you know, 2 of the 4 emperors of the seas.
So tell us about the process of getting ready for the Crunchyroll Cup and how that all what that all entails, and just go into that a little bit more.
Yeah, so that entails picking a character out of the slew of characters that I am just drawn to because
the 20 plus years of characters. I'm sorry.
I'm not even limited to One Piece. I literally mean in the realm of anime and video games. Like it's just, I mean, the list is endless, and it's like, I know it has to be a character that when I'm really passionate, something that I am drawn to and connected to, and something about the character that I want to make has to really just kind of feel like almost like a challenge, like whether it's, you know, sewing something or building a large prop. Like, what about this can I really will be my way to kind of, you know, for me to like shine and just kind of show off what I've learned and my skills. So about Yamato was her weapon and her obi belt, because I'm like, everything's huge on her because she's huge, and I'm like, well, I want to make it this cosplay like proportion, like almost to like her size. So everything was big. I made my weapon big. I made the belt big, the hairpiece, the clothes, like everything. So I was like, this is doable. Like, this isn't going to be too far where I'm like literally going to be looking crazy. Like, I duct tape some stuff at the last minute, but it's also challenging enough where I'm really going to have to like start early, take my time, and like research how I want to do this. So, pick the character. I do my research, kind of plotting out how I'm going to make the pieces. Am I going to use, you know, for the clothes, am I going to use a sewing pattern? For the, you know, other pieces, what type of foam material am I going to use? Am I going to use warbler? Am I going to use clay? Am I going to use like wood dowel? Like all that kind of stuff.
You are living
checklist.
The anime life of my dress up darling. Yes, I believe.
Yes, that is me. Literally, like watching that anime, I was like, oh my gosh, that's how I was when I first got started. Like I didn't know nothing, and my first time sewing something looked crazy, and you don't know, but like, oh, I resonate with the anime. Yeah. Like, oh, it touched my soul.
I have never cosplayed. I don't have any intentions to do it, but
I have already told him, Gamma, we gonna get him. We gonna get him to cosplay. I don't even know why he keeps saying this. He don't have an option.
I don't know why either.
We just have to figure out what it's gonna be.
If I made him something, he would cosplay.
Talk about the anime. Don't stop. Get your cosplay together first. Don't worry about me.
As I said, ain't nobody worried about no Coop Keitha talking about he ain't gonna cosplay. He has not cosplayed yet. That's all that means.
Dark Mub.
I am Dark Mub. Anyway, I'm actually good today. Cool.
I guess so.
I have my own Uncle Ero.
Like I was saying, shout out to that anime. I got rude.
I do have my own Uncle Ero. I got to tell you about Golden Wayne. We got to talk about Golden Wayne. That's my Uncle Ero.
Let's do that another time. Shout out to Golden if you listen. He'd probably be like, Mark, quit mentioning me on your podcast.
Mark, you mentioned me on your podcast. That means I am very popular.
Speaking of which, before we get into things, yes, Mark has mentioned Golden Wayne, and every time he mentions Golden Wayne, everybody wants to meet the man.
I told him, I was like, you know, people say superheroes aren't real, and I was like, you ain't met Golden Wayne. He's something different. He is something different.
And he's called Golden Wayne. I know.
That's his real name.
That's his real
parents named him that.
So
his parents named him Golden.
He has a very long name, but it translates to Golden. So for
that's dope.
Golden Wayne. So anyway, but yes, watching that anime gave me a newfound respect for y'all as cosplayers. Because I'm just like, I'm gonna be store-bought. I'm sorry. Store-bought telling me
there's nothing wrong. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There is no shame. There are no rules in cosplay. You can buy your costumes, you can make them yourselves, you can put stuff together that's in your closet. Like literally, like I feel like cosplaying, like it's a mood. Like it's a whole mood, like it's a vibe. Like there really is no true definition to it. It's just what inspires you. How do you want to express yourself creatively, and whatever that looks like to you, like in your mindset as cosplaying. So if you want to rock a store, rock it.
I agree with that. You know,
I just came up with a cosplay idea.
Oh God! Am I like? Do I want to ask her, or should we just wait to see?
Oh no! I'm a cosplayer. It's cool.
I mean,
I cosplayed a denim once.
Like I was about to say something.
I have to see it.
There's only one rule.
Say, bro, if I did it, it would be an homage to a great man.
The only thing you cannot do is make yourself darker.
Hey, what if it's like with natural means? Like I just sit out in the sun for hours.
Sure.
Okay.
Nope. Do not.
I wouldn't make myself.
I don't know, Mark. You like you might burn easily.
Let's not.
I don't. I have to show y'all. I got a picture. I'm the color of rotisserie chicken.
Oh wow!
And I did not burn.
We ain't pulling no Nina Simone.
Oh,
Out here, all right?
That was horrible. I'm still mad at Zoe.
I know that there's no rules, but there's just kind of that one. You know how there's unwritten rules in baseball?
I feel like that's just like human decency rules. Like you wouldn't do that in cosplaying or just regular life. Like
you see my face. You see my face. Yeah. Let's just shout out to Jay, our homie out on the coast. I think he actually addressed this, and he's from the lighter hue of the cosplayers out there in the world. He has to address this. Seem like once a week. So I don't know. He also from Mississippi. Not saying he's just Mississippi. It is some terrible folk all over, especially Louisiana. I'm from there, so hey, there's some crazy folks who like to hold on to some old traditions. So yes, besides some things that are human decency that you should know better, yes, there are no rules to cosplay. Other than being, don't be rude and be, a dick to people. It's as simple as that. Just
human decency. Just treat people like they're human beings. Yeah.
But to switch gears, to kind of segue into that, since you're talking about, rules and what to do in cosplay, this past weekend, we got you into the Mid-City MicroCon. Finally came down in person. Dude, we've been trying for past at least 3 years, since 2019, 2020, especially since 2020, but then, the COVID attacked like the Fire Nation. Aha.
Yeah.
Listen to our previous podcast. So Mark shared all his love for Avatar.
Oh my goodness. It was supposed to be a quick half-hour podcast. An hour and 38 minutes later.
My Lord.
But to be fair, we were yelling about WB and how they suck and how they're just.
I spent a lot of time loving Avatar. And I give people their roses. Coop has been telling me for years, Mark, Avatar is something different. It's something special. And it wasn't a lack of desire to watch it. It was lack of time. But I finally made the time. And after I was 2 episodes in, and I was like, oh, I have been mistaken. And all this time, I should have watched this.
I am trying to turn him into an anime reviewer one day. We're working on him. But
you got to find the right animes, and that's how you got to kind of gear him towards that.
Oh, I'm in. One season. I watched Demon Slayer, boy. Look, Demon Slayer make me run the gamut of emotions. I be crying. I be happy. I be wanting to fight.
Oh, get ready. He did
finally watch Cowboy Bebop. I think you watched. Did you watch most of the anime?
Yeah.
Or the TV show? So you did that. So, but to continue, like I said, you came down to the Mid-City MicroCon. You had a panel. It was called. What was the name of your panel?
Yes, my panel was called "My Cosplay is Black, My Hairdo is Blue."
So tell us about the panel.
Yeah, so also those of you listening, there's my title. If you can't tell, kind of a play on the popular lines from a very, very good song. My president is black, my Lambo is blue. So I just kind of play on that. And the main thing with this that panel is just an opportunity, because you know me, I'm always like, okay, the only way people are going to know about stuff or this stuff is really just going to see change or just information get out there. People, we got to talk about it. And I just feel like a conversation like that I haven't heard, not saying it hasn't been done before, but I haven't heard a conversation of just like really talking about what it's like being a Black cosplayer, what that feels like for us, our experience, dealing with the trolls and the haters, our highs and lows, the struggles, the wins, things like that, just all from the perspective of being a Black cosplayer. And I felt like it was well received. I was happy with the turnout and the engagement, because I definitely don't want anything to feel like a college lecture. And people were very receptive. And I mean, it's really the main things I kind of addressed were just how I handle and how my reaction is when I hear people say like, you can't cosplay that character, they're not Black. And I'm like, they're not white either. I mean, if we want to be technical, like, And honestly, at the end of the day, the character's not real. It's literally an animated character, a comic book character. Right. And people literally get upset. It just blows my mind.
And it's not like you're putting on, the skin color of an Asian person, or you're not pulling white face or nothing like that, or supposed white face. It's not like you're doing, and even though there's no such thing as white face, if you really won't be technical about it, there's a reason. So it's like, you can punch up, punching down or sideways, and y'all just look at the word institutionalized racism for our folks who are not from, who don't know no better. So I will go even further. There is no white face, even if you did put on white face, but obviously I don't really, you don't really see that in no black cosplayer. I don't know why some folks feel the need to do that, but
no, and that's my thing. It's like I'm cosplaying this character how I want to. Like, I'm bringing my own black girl magic twist to it. Like, if there's characters that have spiky hair or purple hair or these crazy hairstyles, like, that doesn't mean I have to make my hair look like that, or I have to. Even my physical appearance look like that. I'm going to make it look like me and where I feel like me, and I'm represented. Like, I might have faux locks or kinky curly afro wig, or like with Yamato, I could have done I've seen how a lot of other people cosplayed her, and they've just, had the straight white hair with the tips. And I'm like, those look like locks or like box braids to me. So I'm going to do a braided wig. That's how I kind of bring my own, unique taste on and spin to the character. So
the mind of an award.
We have flavor.
Sprinkle a little something. And that was one of the things.
Sprinkle it.
Just a little bit, just like the last name, sprinkle.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. Don't fool around, catch these hands trying to tell me I can't cosplay as Batman. I'm just putting that out there.
Hey, and also,
come at me, I fight.
Even though there's plenty of black Batman at this point, but hey, you say, who are you? Say, I'm Bruce Wayne. Right. Hey, let's say I'm Lucius Fox Wayne.
Really though, I mean, it's crazy to me because I see how like are people who like really know about black people cosplaying. And I'm like, man, I'm not the one. I ain't the 2, ain't the 6, ain't the 8th.
And
you can catch all this.
That's something else we talked about. I just like how I'm grateful that I've had such a great experience in like within the cosplay community, especially the black cosplay community. I mean, you have those one-offers you hear about, but me personally, I've had an amazing experience, and and I love how we show up and show out for our people. Like, if we see somebody, the troll, trying to like bring down a cosplayer because whatever, something stupid, like, oh, they look like they're a black version of this, like that, all this derogatory and ignorance and racism, like, we will share the picture. We're going to hype it up. We're going to be each other's biggest cheerleaders because, we might have our issues going on. Who cares? But like, we're not about to let nobody else like tear our people down. Like, we're going to literally root for them. And it's just like, who's got time to let the haters like, no, like, you look amazing. There are no rules in cosplay. Who made them the president of deciding what is a quality cosplay? Like, no, that's why I always stress there are no rules in cosplay. You can look and however you want to express yourself.
And I appreciate you saying this. Like, in fact, I kind of vaguely remember when you did the New Orleans, the Big Easy Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace to Big Easy.
I am not my anime hair.
That was a wonderful thing, and I've seen that a couple times. Now, shout out to the older cat who played Afro, who was cosplaying.
Right.
But he was a little outdated with it. I find myself, I would probably be like, now I don't want certain people to be like, oh, you the black such and such. Let's say, Mark convinced me the cosplay. I want to be like, I'm gonna be like Terry Bogard. I'm gonna give me some fingerless gloves. I'm gonna go give me a hat. I'm gonna go give me a ponytail. I'm gonna give me a braided up ponytail, and I'm just gonna walk around with fingerless gloves. Talk about flying tackle or something. I don't know. You know what Terry do? He do some crazy moves. But he out there on Smash Brothers now. So, but and I do remember I don't know why I remember this, but I remember he was kind of making a point, and because he was cool, but he was like, oh, try to do the black version, this and that, and that's what he felt comfortable. And I know he was a little bit of older dude, but it was like, you don't have to do that. Now I might just purposely be like, look, first of all, we run a podcast named Blerd-ish. I don't mind the word black at all, this and that, whatever, not from to be used as derogatory. I just might be like, look, call me black, whatever, but you're going to call it with respect. That's what you're going to do. If I choose to say it's the black, whatever, cool. But if I say I'm just Terry Bogard and I'm black as hell, I don't care. I'm Terry Bogard. And the reason Terry Bogard stuck in my mind, because this is the first time I seen a black Terry Bogard. He was a black person playing Terry Bogard in Jackson, Mississippi. I was like, I ain't never seen. I don't really see Terry Bogard anyway, But kudos to you, you're doing it. So I just had
I agree.
First thing pop my mind, but But
no, I hate that too. I agree. Like the whole, like I didn't see myself as the black Yamato. Like, oh, you're a black version of Yamato. No, I'm Yamato. Yeah. Like I'm cosplaying as this character. Like I'm not the black version. Now, have I added my own black girl spin to it? Yes, but I'm still this character.
What they need to say now, they need to go get some rose petals, throw it at your feet, and be like, and bow to you gracefully. Be like, you are the Yamato, award-winning cosplayer. Yes. So
that's innovation,
right?
That's innovation.
Exactly. Let me tell you, Yama, you out here, you inspirational and everything. My friend, my friend Kia, her daughter, came to her first con. Kia had been telling me about it the whole week. She was so excited. She came. They cosplayed. Is Muchiko? Is that the name?
Oh, that's right. That's what
that was her first cosplay. She wasn't going to enter the contest. I sent her to Coop, and he fussed, but she entered, and when she saw you, like her little eyes lit up, and you told her to enter, and bang, she won her first time out the gate. My friend has been messaging me, telling me like, y'all just don't know. My girl went to her first day of school on a whole different level. Just still riding the wave, still riding the field, the energy.
And it was
you. You inspired her. It's beautiful, man.
And to go into what Alpha Mark said, and to go into about the Mid-City Microcon, first of all, you were definitely the star of the show. To what you've done to inspire that young lady, and like before we did the start the pod, I said something you said that stuck with me, or we was talking about it during the break or something, and you were saying like you didn't have this as a young girl growing up in Jackson, Mississippi. You didn't have a you, and I said now you get to be the you that you wanted to see, and you get to be the hero for this young lady. Like you are now the hero of your own story and of the inspirational tale, and it's just something dope to see. Like, and honestly, your success, news, time to my own horn. I don't get a chance to do it often, but that with my committee, with the committee I am, it's a team effort, on some things and a lot of stuff to use the platform of Blerd-ish when I do shows, when I do tables, and I go seek out artists, vendors, cosplayers, whoever. I'm like, hey, give me your information. Here's a flyer. Here's the link. Give me your information. You can flyer your link. I usually try to take out that's why I try to always get there super early. I always do the videos. I go around as far as I can walk around if I do it. I try to find, first of all, a lot of diverse people who are there. I always try to go talk to them, say what's up, hot yada. And if you don't matter. And if you don't matter what color you are, this and that, I'm gonna still like go to your booth and go ask questions. Be like, oh, I like this piece of art. So I have my, I guess you could say, own criteria that I use. For one, number one, you can't be no jackass and expect me to. I'll tell you that. If you a jackass or you look like you socially inept, I'm going to breeze on by. So I usually don't, and I'm not saying that you can be socially inept, but you can't be an a-hole with your social inept.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so I try to invite those who have a personality, who are talented, who seem like they would be open to coming to Baton Rouge, because Baton Rouge is a place, special place. So it's a little hard to say sometimes. And it's not the closest of places for most people to get to, even right in Mississippi, about 2-3 hours away, depending on what part you're coming from. So, but it has its advantages. It's free, and it's free for people to get into. So I want to ask you, as one of the attendees, in fact, one of the cosplay judges. She was a cosplay judge. She was one of 3, 2 Black judges. Shout out like a zero. Shout out to Charlotte Pine. She was the other judge. What was your experience this weekend overall with the microphone?
It was amazing. Like, I am just beyond amazed and proud at what y'all have built over these past few years with it. I mean, I feel like you have a true following. I mean, you have a good rapport. I mean, vendors are great. Like, everybody just genuinely just had a good time. There was no, like, you just know, or you can feel that angst of like, I got my table, I'm over here, I'm trying to get mine, or even just within people cosplaying around. Like, it just was a wholesome, well-rounded family event that I felt y'all are really just creating an opportunity for an experience for people. I feel like if you've never been to a con, if you've never cosplayed, if you've never seen a comic book or anything like that, you've created a space, a safe space, to where people can come in and experience that and not be like overwhelmed. It's like just the right amount. And there's so much they can take away from it. Because even during the panel, when one of the girls was talking about her weight and her size, it discouraged her because there weren't any cosplays that she could buy that fit her size, and that she didn't know how to sew yet, so she couldn't make her own. And it was just like she wanted to do more. And I was like, I've been there. Like, we got curves and hips, and I was like, you still beautiful. Like, don't let the fact that they want to have like size 0 cosplays in stock deter you. Like, it just, with all things, takes time. Like, I used to hot glue literally my cosplays together. I was afraid of a sewing machine. And one of the guys with the con said, like, hey, we offer free sewing classes here at the library. Like, we supply this, and I was just like, that's amazing. Like, and I hope that she takes, that she lives close, that she takes advantage of that. I told her, I was like, YouTube was my teacher, but if I had an opportunity to like literally for an in-person class, learn how to sew, like I probably would be a lot faster along than where I am now. But yeah, I just felt like y'all have created something amazing. And to, shout out to you, Geek, for like literally bringing me in the fold to be a part of it, seeing something within me. I'm glad that I'm able to contribute.
I saw it from your first
cosplay. We appreciate you so much.
You told the story about, your first cosplay was Rick and Morty. And I was one of the people who I said, oh man, she's a Rick. Let me stop it. Look at this little cute Black girl. I said, I gotta take a picture of this. I didn't know how old you were at the time. I didn't know you were an adult. I'm like, she all tiny and stuff. Like, she had the whole like.
That Black don't crack, boy.
Like,
it don't.
I was like, you're an adult. What?
A whole adult, grown ass. With a government job.
16 or 17. You were like,
buy you some milk and cookies.
You were like 25. I'm doing the math like, wait a minute, because my mom, oh, she's cute. Because you and Jake both look like y'all about 17 at the time. I'm like, oh, they running around as Rick and Morty. He got his little afro on. I said, look at this. Look at this. This is cute. And I shared it, and I think other people shared it, and other people shared it. It got traction, I think. People
that, like seeing somebody else like literally repost like that picture, like I can't tell you what that did for like my whole like confidence, mindset, even boosted the ego a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know who this person is. I don't care how many followers they have. There literally is another human being out there besides me that wanted to post this picture I took on their page. It was mind blowing.
The beautiful thing about it, that to see that, you know, during your first cosplay, and now here I am, you know, I like, and you know how I am. Like, look, Mark knows it too. Look, I could be annoying with it. I'm fine with it. But I see something that I was like, there's something in this person, and I know she'll be great for the show. I hit you up right after the show ended. I said, you gonna do next year, or like, are you ready? Are you going to do it? Let me work on my committee. I say this for a reason. I tell people, look, I ain't trying to bother y'all. If you have an inkling of an idea that you want to do it, here's this link. It's free 99 to fill it out. Invite somebody else who you think will fit the criteria of what, you know, people select what do. And I just want to get that for me, you know, as we get a little bit older, you know, and maybe we can't go to cons as much. It is important that us as blerds in the nerd space and different things, bring somebody with you. Shout out to my friend Mac in New Orleans. He owns Go for Games. And this is an old saying, but I haven't heard it say in so long, but he always said it to me. And when I was getting back out there after COVID and getting events, and he hit me up and he was like, I don't know how he found me, but he was like, hey man, come to this Christmas thing. He said, all rising tides raise all ships. There's space for you, there's space for me, there's space for other people, and then to build up the next generation of people who want to do this. And the fact that
there's enough out there for us all to eat.
Exactly. And the fact that it's so it touches my heart that
Gamma, you paid it forward.
I did
like
that.
You paid it forward. You paid the love that showed you initially.
And here you are. Now you're somebody's hero and you came to the panel, and this weekend, I think this is one of the best weekends that you have had, or Mark had in a long time. And you see what we've done. It literally, we see the line of history, like to see that line of what you've done way back when and how it affects people now. Man, that's a bless. That is a look. I feel like Uncle Ira. We look. If y'all watch you know, we feel touched right there in the gut. You know, I felt like stage there watching you this weekend. Like I was
like, man. We were proud. Like
I really
Coop and I were sitting back and looking at you running the panel. I was like, man, I'm so proud of my
friend. and to have it in, you know, our hometown, all three of us are Jaguars. You know, you went to the law school, and you know, you graduated from one of the best law schools in the world.
Well, thank you.
Period. You know, point period. That's fact.
Good taste.
You know, so to have all these factors, to do it in a very black city, a city with an HBCU, and to do it at an event that helps people, that focuses on inclusion. You know, we have some things that we can work on. Obviously, you know, that's the stuff y'all don't see in con planning. Y'all see the, you know, the crazy emails, the ideas
behind the scene, But that's why it's important to have people like you at the table and in the room to be like, no, we're not doing that.
We got to have a lot of table beating, furniture get moved, you know, arrow shot one way, or you got to dodge bullets. Who knows? A lot of, you know, look, everybody who works in the corporate world knows how meetings go behind closed doors, or even open doors. Look, we all in the corporate world. We know how it is. It's not fun at times, you know, or corporate / governmental world. You know, it all
adulting
corporate world. So it just, to see what you've done, and also to meet people like Leon's. You know, been a supporter of Blerd-ish from the beginning. We finally got to meet him in the flesh. He have ties here.
In the flesh.
You know, he's so cool. He's also a Gremlin Knight. You know, I don't hold it against him, but you know,
HBCU love.
You know, give him love.
HBCU love.
HBCU love.
Not everybody could go to Southern.
Unfortunately, not.
But it's just, you know, also to bring in like my coworker mom, Linda's Crochet. Cartoon Man killed it. Shout out to the legendary Cartoon Man.
Yeah, Cartoon Man. He's a dog, boy. In a good way, of course. Man.
Oh my God, he's so good. Cartoon Man.
Y'all are too sweet.
Shout out to Ori. Shout out to the voice of Geeky Vengeance. You know, she did her thing. You know, shout out to the bear. The bear
yes,
running around with the props. Like, I was so happy to
He's so awesome.
Bear
really
he got such an energy. And that's another
great energy.
Who always credits Blerd-ish because, you know, sometimes I'm like, really? Like, yeah, you were my inspiration to the podcast. He'd be like, because you told us
that's
that anybody can podcast, and you on one side and he's on the side, and we went from going to like I met him at a small show at St. Tammany Collecticon when he was still growing in the old Raggedy Hotel in the Knockdown. It's the first time I met him about 6 years ago, and we just talked. He asked me a question. I said, "Yeah, man, anybody can podcast." I said, "Do not fall into the trap of people, you know, saying you need $1,000 equipment. What you got? If you ain't got it, you can save to get it. Start and do it to the best of your ability. And have fun. Somebody's gonna like it. Somebody's gonna like it because you're always gonna have somebody that's gonna hate it, but you're gonna have somebody like it. And that's I have to look in the mirror and tell myself that. You gotta
same here with cosplaying.
Treat people who like it well. The naysayers or the haters or weirdos, unfortunately they pop up here and there, and sometimes they are your own people. Me and Mike, you know, shout out to NERDSoul, he's moderating this. You know, we talk about that all the time. But
I was able to meet Bear not too long ago, most recently this for the May the 4th Be With You event at Dog Mud, a really dope restaurant, new hangout spot here in Jackson. They had reached out to me, and when I met them there, I was like you said, the energy really cool. Like,
Full circle. I love his energy because he's always so happy and jolly with it, and it's just like you can just tell that it's so important to him. And he has a panel about not being toxic in the nerd community. You know, shout out to them. I actually got to be a part of it during the Jackson Comic Con. I was on the panel with him, and I was a guest this time for that panel. So y'all like, I'm so proud of you. Like, to see that, you know, my work has manifested to you all, you know, and I don't say that often. I don't be like me, and it's all me and all that. I don't like to be that. I'm not that type of dude. I don't want to be disrespectful.
I do it for you though.
I don't like to be disrespectful
because I don't have no problem saying it. Coop pours so much of his energy into this con every year, and man, if they ain't sent him no child support papers for the con, his DNA all over it.
I believe. Look, I said, y'all have built something.
I walked down.
Be proud. It was
awesome. I walked down one of the aisles and I realized Coop invited every single person on this aisle here, every single one, and it's.
I believe it.
Yeah, and it's a great con, bro. You do your work. Roses.
Well, thank you, too. Man. I thank
you
so much.
You've built something.
I'm happy to get diverse, you know, creators because somebody gave me a chance. Somebody gave me a chance to be a vendor. Somebody accepted me to another thing or accepted me to do this and get started. And when you get that start, you get rolling, you get this. You learn some things with advice. I try to pass on some advice to Leon's. Shout out to Corin Beverly. If she listened to this, I had a beat up, my wagon broke on the way walking in. I gave it to her husband. Her husband can fix anything. I said, here, take this. I went and bought myself another wagon that weekend. So I came into it. So I know what it feels like to need that help, to help. Shout out to our homegirl, Daryl and Marks. Shout out to Lazy Nerds. Shout out to Calvin. Ground
Shout
Nova.
out to Ghost.
He
Shout
had
out to
the
Ground
episode.
Nova.
Shout out to the Antoine Mitchell Ghost. Shout out to Nate. He was one of our guests recently. Shout out to these folks who also have graced. Y'all can find them on the Blerd-ish podcast or through our social media. We see them throughout the year and other stuff. You see Ground Nova all the time. Like, he's become kind of the de facto table mate.
Oh, hold that thought.
Oh,
speaking of him, on my way out, I got blessed with this amazing artwork by said artist.
That is so dope.
Thank you so much for this. I was like, no way. So of course I had to get a picture in cosplay.
He's also a big One Piece fan. Super One Piece fan. So in fact, I wanted to show you another circular movement. It just came to my mind. You remember that Luffy statue I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who it came from? He gave it to me. I said he gave that to me. I said, Calvin, I ain't no One Piece guy, but I know somebody who is. I said, I'm gonna give
it to you.
And you got to meet the person who gave you the statue.
It is literally on the shelf in the center, surrounded by it. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's one of the
power of One Piece.
That dang Keith Cooper is more clutch than your handbag.
So
it really is.
But to kind of speak on what you were saying, like somebody paved the way and created an opportunity for you, which gave you that confidence and encouragement to pursue your path and where you are now. And that's kind of how I view looking at the opportunity of being a cosplay judge. Like, everybody was great. I mean, whether it was store-bought, whether people made it themselves, like, I just love that I could literally see everybody was having fun. And I mean, of course, there has to be a winner, and nobody likes to lose. That always, that's not fun. But at the end of the day, if you're having fun cosplaying, yeah, you might be bummed you didn't win, but it's not going to stop you from wanting to still and continue to cosplay and just push yourself further. And I knew that, even though it was just for this con, there were cameras there, but essentially it wasn't like on this international platform. It still would have a huge impact on these kids and these individuals competing. And when I saw the young girl, actually I peeped the mom first, because I'm like, I saw the mom and I'm like, man, she's here. And she kind of is reminding me like of how I feel like my mom would be kind of sitting, like she was taking it all in, she was like, how moms are, she's like, I'm watching everybody, mostly because like, I don't need nobody messing with my baby. Like, that's what I got vibes too. She was like, I'm watching y'all in here, like, and I'm watching my child. But I saw her taking it in, and then I saw her little girl come up, and she was just excited and just in cosplay and just having fun. And I was like, I could relate to that so much. And I could tell that like the mom was opening up, like this was an experience that was impacting them both. And when I saw that, I was like, oh no, like that is me. Like, I have to contribute to this journey in somehow way. Like, she's happy, having fun. Like, that's really embodying what cosplaying is all about. Like, no, that's my pick. And that's why I decided to pick her as, my judges award. Like, I literally almost saw myself in her a little bit. And I wanted her to continue and kind of have that confidence in knowing, like, I'm having fun doing this. It's okay for me to do this. It doesn't matter if I see people that look like me or not, as long as I'm having fun and have my support system. And I wanted her mom to see that, hey, like, we can do this in all ages. Black women, Black girl, like, just
and it's okay.
Be a support. Right.
It's okay.
And just be that support. Just be that support system.
The advocate paper. Like, her picture made.
I know.
Yeah, she made a newspaper. And like you said, like, man, her mom was like, she already thinking about her next cosplay.
Yes.
Like you inspirational. You inspirational to the motherfucker, girl.
Like
I'm trying. I must make sure I got the mom on board too. I'm like, look, because until she able to go out there and pay for them herself, like she gonna need your support.
Right, she gonna need that help.
Right, she gonna need you to drive her, buy the stuff, take it there, help her with her pictures. Like,
and who's to say?
Shout out to my husband. Production
she might
team.
be another future award winner, cosplay winner. She's gonna think back to like Mr. Mark told me to get in there, and Mr. Cooper yelled at Mark for sending people when Keith is not on the clock. Don't ask me nothing about library policy when I am Blerd-ish. The two don't go together, and there's a reason for that.
I hear you, Cool. Hey, but you
ever do it again.
Yeah, man, you fed inspiration. You fed inspiration, bro, and something great came as a result.
That was something within me. It just spoke to me. I'm like, this is an opportunity. I don't know why this girl, like, she just resonated with me, and I think it is because I really did see a little bit of myself being young. You know, being able to express yourself in a way where you might not express it the same way when you're at school or something. Like, just being able to be free and just literally be yourself. It is almost an outer body experience. And like I said on my panel, it's, for me, cosplaying is spiritual. Like, being able to just have that way to express yourself and be creative and literally make something with your hands that other people can recognize and appreciate, as including yourself, whether it is store-bought or not, it's yours. Make it yourself. But it's just something about it. And when I saw the little girl, I'm like, you need to, I'm like, her. That's, I just had something, and I'm like, I hope this encourages not only her, but also her mom to be a part of that journey too. Like, and I feel like it's gonna bond them and bring them closer, in my opinion, because I know it's been like that just even within me and my husband. He's not into all this. I'm like super nerd. But he does. We've created experiences and moments with each other, you know, through some of my cosplays. I mean, literally, my one and only viral video on TikTok is with him in a cosplay. Like, he was like, literally, out of all the videos you've done, that's the one that goes viral. I'm like, people love it. They love couples who cosplay together.
Jake was trying, it was so real. But we go get ready to probably wrap up a little bit. So I just want to thank you again, and whatnot. And of course, very soon in the future, got to get you back. I know since we went a little long this time, I guess give people a brief list of what you watched in this anime season or what you watched last season, and then tell people where they can find you. Then we're gonna get ready to wrap a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So what I've been watching, I've literally been deep in cosplay. So I haven't been able to binge like I normally do, but I've definitely been on my One Piece. Demon Slayer, I'm ready for like this next season because I've already read the manga. I know it's gonna be epic. I've been on my hero. What I am really looking forward to, though, from these recent announcements from Crunchyroll Expo and trailers and clips, I'm ready for Chainsaw Man because
I knew you was about to say
I am ready for that. It's going to be epic. Mappa don't miss. Like, Mappa Studio, like, they don't miss. But I'm looking forward to that. And there was one other that's based on, it's on the tip of my tongue. Well, I'll say this. I am looking forward to the return of Tokyo Revengers because another epic manga to enjoy. But yeah, I think mainly just really any and all anime. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know me, I literally have a serious addiction to it.
You know what?
Are you looking forward to the upcoming Avatar movies?
Yes.
I gotta see how I just gotta see it. I am excited, but M. Night Shyamalan, I like some of his movies, but
these are animated. These are animated.
But okay, but it's still like it needs to be done right. Because I feel like they low-key played Cora. Like, they could have done more with her, but they didn't. It's just like they got tired and they just ended it. And it's like, what? Too many lives. So I just gotta wait and see.
Comic books, read the comic books. I admit the last year season of Korra wasn't as strong as Aang's. It kind of like, but it was some stuff with Nickelodeon.
It was just like,
some stuff happened. It's kind of like, all right, walk off to the sunset. But it still was good. Still was good. But
I'm looking forward to it because I think I'm gonna get some. I just feel like I'm gonna get some cosplay inspiration. Like, I'm only done one Avatar cosplay, but I wanna see what they come up with because I feel like that could be a next good challenge for me, especially in the sewing department.
What I'm watching, what I watch, then we're gonna let people know where to find you. Spy Family has been great for me this season.
Yes.
Love Spy Family.
Papa's a liar.
I don't think I skipped the intro and the outro. I definitely don't really skip the outro. The outro is so cool. Look,
it's like, okay.
Because of Jason, like, he don't really watch anime. He's like, his son watch anime. He's like, I wanted to get one that me, my wife, and my son. He's like, I ain't gonna lie. He said this outro jamming. It's like, he's like, I will turn it. Like,
me and my husband, that's our show that we've like been watching together.
Spy Family. I also in this season, I love Domination. Love After World Domination.
Yes.
Because
that's a cute one. I think that one's so cute. I love it.
I'm starting to try some of the romances, as I wait for my favorite shonens to return. Because
Slice of Life has its perks.
Fire Force, where the hell are you? I guess you're coming back. Come back soon. I don't know. They got caught in that purgatory of anime purgatory.
Somehow. I might just have to read the manga. I'm
getting to the point where like, oh yeah, he ain't coming back. Spy Family, Love After World Domination. I'm one of the few people that will go on a Boruto binge. Look, I know. Don't judge me, y'all. I know I hide my face in shame. I love the Naruto world. I'm trying to see it to the finality. After, I guess, eventually Naruto died. I'm gonna hang with it till eventually Naruto or Sasuke dies. Because one of them gotta go. Because if you are a dad in anime and your son becomes stronger than you, you die. That is the rule. He's shown it. You can't. When you are completely.
That's why they made Gohan weak again, because they didn't want to lose Goku, like, which still to this day annoys me.
They're like, Goku make us too much money. Gohan,
he was about to bring the smoke.
Right. After the Cell games, Gohan was.
Then they pumped him all the way out.
Gohan got married, became an accountant or insurance salesman. Stopped working out.
He was a professor.
And then he had kids, and he got broke. He like, I gotta work out to pay these bills. When I gotta give Dragon Ball Z his props. The Return of Frieza. I love when Frieza like, oh, it's you, Gohan. He did that trick where he zapped over and punched him in the gut. I said, look at you. He knocked Gohan out. He didn't even change and knock Gohan out. Like, he's like, I lost it. Like, you was playing with me? I'm ashamed of myself. Frieza was
say that man like that. I'm ashamed of myself.
He's like, oh, like Frieza looked at him like, oh, it's you, Goku's boy. Had him folded him like a lawn chair. One punch to the gut, so fast. I like, yes, go work out, Gohan. Like,
so disappointed. So much potential wasted. But yeah, as always, a lot of good anime out there. You know me, I literally will watch any and everything because I just love anime.
Hey, and with that said, we're gonna ask, where can the lovely people find you out here in Blerd-ish, out here in NERDSoul? First of all, shout out to NERDSoul for doing the moderation.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Yo. Thank you as well. You know what I'm saying? Before I'll say this and I'll bounce real quick. Gamma, you know what I'm saying? You the bomb. You deserve to win. I'm proud of you. I'm happy to see you shining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You came highly recommended. All right, from the homie Keith. And ever since I met you, you've been dope. You know what I'm saying? Keith only recommended two people. All right. And
Yeah,
those two
look,
people been solid. You know what I'm saying? In this game.
I'm not one of them.
No.
No, not at
He
all.
ain't recommend me. He like, he don't watch enough anime. He
Not
can't
for
even
that.
contribute to the conversation.
You can't even get in the
thank
conversation.
you.
You can sit back and clap on the sideline like this.
Yo, but on the
Yeah.
real,
Y'all
on the
dope
real,
people.
like, I love the inspiration that you've become for the youngsters coming up under you. You know what I'm saying? I love your energy whenever we're chilling and everything, and on the podcast. And you're awesome because in this game, Keith knows, we all know in this game,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of people in the game, but everybody,
Bruh.
people don't respond to you, they'll ghost you and all that stuff. But look,
y'all don't
come
understand what NERDSoul has to listen from me. Like, y'all get the nice representative. Y'all really do. Like, this game is shady out here, man.
Yeah, so
on
the real game, I just want to say thank you. Want to say congratulations. I know you've gone through so much in the last like 2 years or whatever, but I'm glad to see you shining. And you the bomb. All right, peace out. I ain't saying no more.
Shout out to Mike. NERDSoul for real. Thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate that from all y'all. Like,
let us wonderful people know where to follow you, to support you, and put some money in your pocket and your next event you got coming up.
You can check me out on all social media platforms at Gamma Ray Cosplay. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And currently, next events, really nothing right now. Like I said, I'm learning to be more selfish and focus on me. So in doing that, I'm going to just be making cosplays and not committing myself to too many cons in the sense of like where I'm on other people's time, where I can just go to a con and just show up when I want to and just enjoy. But I don't know when I'll start enjoying the big cons. I really want to go to Dragon Con and like BlerdCon again, but we're gonna have to see what the monkeypox and COVID look like at the end of the year.
I ain't gonna say that about BlerdCon. So, yeah. You want to go? We not. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I say, but yeah. Anyway, I want to go see another.
Dragon Con. Yeah,
I'm definitely with Dragon Con.
We
on board.
Yes. And really just, I think I want to set the next goal for myself. The big goal I set for myself for this year was to win actually it was a lifetime goal, but I kind of this year was to win in a big cosplay contest, which, yay, I'm finally able to check that off my box. So my next thing I would like to be like once I build up myself up some more, to be like a guest spot, like guest cosplayer at, some cons, like a regular. That would be really dope to know, like, I'm going to be on this trail of cons at having my table set up and actually selling things that people want to buy, pictures of me and cosplay.
Willing.
So I'm going to speak that out there.
Lord willing, you will be a part of the MicroCon as long as I'm a part of it. If you choose to be so. That invitation from me, if everybody on my committee agree, is, I ain't gonna say it's lifetime, but it's gonna be,
as long as you're a part of it.
I want you to be a part of it. That's
as long as you're a part of it, and as long as you want me to be a part of it, say less. Unless there's some extreme circumstances where I'm unable to, which would have to be extreme. I'm always down.
And I'm gonna throw this out there.
I'm dancing because you already said you
agree. If you listening, if we can get Ninja Yo-Yo back, I want you and Ninja to be future guests together. Even if y'all I definitely want to see that one day.
Get all that black girl magic running up and through.
If you can get me and Ninja in the same kind again, we're gonna have to do another. That's my cosplay duo buddy right there. That's like we always gonna set out the cosplay duo. We've done like 4.
We talked to my community. Let's make that happen. You heard it here first.
Come on, Ninja.
You heard it here on NERDSoul. Let's get Ninja in. Let's work this deal out. Let's work these deals. But,
I'm ready for it. Just making more cosplays and have fun. That's what I want to do.
We're trying to get Ninja in more than other teams trying to get KD.
Oh man, I'll punt KD. I'm so tired of KD. I'm not. You know what? I'm just gonna say this. You know, since we avoided a rabbit hole, a little quick 1 second rabbit hole. I am tired of KD. I am tired of his ass so much. I am tired of him talking. Somebody take his phone away. KD mom, spank him. I don't care. I'm sorry, I said that. Yes. Tell your child, grab him by his ear and brush his hair on the way to the sideline. Fix that up, because I'm tired of him, man. All right. Anyway,
so why you had to go at the man hair?
Because Marcel P. Black would want me to.
Shout out to MP Black.
Yes.
Shout out
definitely would want him to.
So little shot for basketball BS. I might have to clip that and share it to the group. But anyway, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. I'm Keith Cooper. I'm one half of the Blerd-ish podcast. You can find us at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. We got the sale going on now. Even if this, I don't know when this is up, we're gonna have a sale at the end of August. So if you missed this one, that's okay. We usually have 1 or 2 a month, but it's backed by T Public. Got sizes all the way up 5X. You can see it. I don't know if it's gonna come in backwards, but it says Blerd-ish on my shirt. If not, go to the store, go to the website, and find the sales link. Even if I haven't updated the sales link, use any of the sales link. We got anime shirts, we got pop culture shirts. I got 2 dedicated stores. We also got books. You got to order some independent books. I'm also a member of Bookshop. You can get all type of stuff. Shout out to everybody who, first of all, also shout out to anybody who hear this, who bought their books this past weekend. The Lore Olympus fans, I can't keep those books. Them things be gone. In fact, I'm gonna put it aside. One of the best moments that happened this con was the homie that was hanging with Bear. His wife was dressed up, I think, as a princess. And sometimes, like when Mark see me, I'm doing the interchange of inventory. Y'all see me doing that, hiding behind the table, and I'm getting books, whatever. He saw them books in my hand, and dude he was helping watch my tape. He was like, "Oh, you got both Lore Olympus?" And I heard this about 2 or 3 times. My wife wants them books. Hold the books. So here I tell people, all right, players, I don't do no holds. There's only one way to keep holding. Do you have the money or not? I said, it's about to go to the car. It's about to go to the rack. I said, stop me. And I started dancing. I said, stop me from going to the rack. Go to the rack. He's like, hold up. Let me get that car. He's like, hold up. And he had, at the sale price was like total, was like $50 or whatever for it. I said, homie said, I only got 49 and 50 cents. I said, you know what, bro? I got you. I got you. And then he said, Mr. Coop, put it in the bag for me. He said, I'm on surprise. I said, so what you want? I said, he says the lady who's dressed up as a princess. I said, okay. She come back around. He said, watch this, Mr. King. Watch this. He pulled it out. She grabbed the books and ran around like it was Christmas, and she came back. I'm just standing there, and he was like, who love you, this and that. I said, and I just started egging it on. I said, guess how much he loved you, girl. That's how much he loved you. And she started kissing the heck out of him. Lord Olympus got people out here.
Lord Olympus is epic.
And I was a part of that moment.
It's epic.
Hey, so that's crazy, but my side won't be as long. There was another girl that came.
So again, I'm gonna hurt it. I think my wife called me. But find me at on IG blerd.ish. I'm on Blerd IG. Facebook, find the Blerd-ish Facebook page. I'm Keith Cooper on Facebook. You can hit me up directly, as long as you ain't full of no BS. But you can use those other methods. I'm easy to talk to. Shout out to like the homie who's creating Peloton in New Roads. Give him a quick shout out. We had a call. He hit me up. Been respectful, been cool. So see, and then he was like, I saw the work that you did. And I saw the vendors. He's already building another con. Like, so much is coming from this weekend that is going to have lasting impact on people. And it is an honest to goodness blessing. And it was a great joy. So where can they find you?
It's on me?
Yes, it's on you.
Oh, finally.
Sorry.
Anyway, as I was saying, there was another moment. A young lady came over and looking at Laura Olympus. She squealed. Like a real squeal, like, I can't even do it. It got real high. I was like, oh, that must be a real good book. She squealed and got on the floor. I was like, okay. Anyway, I'm marked up, part man, part thug. You might find me somewhere sparked up. Anyway, I am on IG as marked up. I'm on Twitter as marked up 44. That 44 life. And I'm Mark Wallace on Facebook. I'm easy to find.
And you can find him every month at
Soul Lab Sundays. First Sunday of the month. We have service. I'm your spiritual leader. I ain't gonna call myself no pastor. I'm your spiritual leader. and I'm trying to invoke the spirit of hip hop. So first Sunday of the month, 1600 Government Street. Yes, we cannibal. Come be there.
Yeah,
I'm drunk. I'm funny, y'all.
Mention his own event every time.
That's why there's two, yin yang.
One hand washes the other.
And we ain't gonna forget NERDSoul. Come back, let people know where they can find you.
All right, y'all, check it real quick. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Love all y'all. Thank all y'all for coming through. Look, hold on. Say love all y'all. Say love all y'all. Love all y'all. All right, cool. So anyway, we love all y'all. we getting out here. It's so cool to have Blerd-ish come on the channel, do some dope stuff. Of course, with the homie Gamma Ray. We love all y'all. Until next time, from us to y'all, peace.
Peace, love, and blessings.
I don't even know what this is.